Hello and welcome to my channel. My name, as usual, is Alex, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit machete based. I saved this from my dad's garage after a break-in, and it has seen much better days. So I'll bring you in for a closer look and let's see how much work's going to be involved. I believe this is what they call a bolo machete, and if there are any machete experts out there, please leave a little comment to tell me whether I'm correct or not. I would believe that it has probably spent a considerable amount of its time in a muddy field or a swamp, something like that, with the amount of dirt that's actually got underneath the handles, and it started pushing the wood to the point that it's bowing it. It has also split in a couple of cases, so although the wood doesn't look too bad, I just think I'm probably going to have to make some new handles for it. It is very pitted, as you can see, so I don't think we're going to be able to do too much of a job on this. Certainly don't want to take too much of the metal down. So first things first, get these rivets drilled out and see what we're left with. So I probably actually should have double checked that these were in fact wood before being so precious and removing them, but it turns out they're actually plastic. So those are going in the bin, and I think we can do a lot better for this old beastie. First thing is get rid of all this rust. Final soak in deoxy, and as you can see, I think it's time I made a new batch. I think I found a suitable piece of wood in my late father's old woodshed. It's quite an interesting piece, no idea what it is, simply because I don't know a lot about wood, but it's solid and it's very wood-like. So I think the best thing to do is to get this sanded down, and then we'll see what it looks like. I particularly like the almost a two-tone effect, and I think I'm going to incorporate that into the handles themselves. So let's get on with it. So as nice as that piece of wood looked, it was actually riddled with splits and fractures all the way through it. So I've had to cut some other ones, not quite as nice, but I've also found these rivets, which I think will hopefully look good when it's all finished. So next job is to start getting some shape into these handles. after much sanding and shaping, the final handles are going to be looking a little bit like this. Next step is to get it fitted against the actual machete and see how much fine tuning is needed. So overall the fit's pretty good. Couple of places on the back and on the top that I just need to take it down where there's a little bit of a gap, because I basically want to have the metal of the machete flush with the wooden handle. I'm also going to do something with this blade because I just don't like it. It looks like the surface of the moon, to be honest. So I've got some quite dark gum bluing G96, which you've probably seen. There's a little video of my test out there of it. Really impressed with this. It's a dark one, so I'm hoping that the darkness of it will just even it off, and then once the blade's sharpened up, that should highlight it quite nicely as well. As regards to these, I'm probably just going to cut the heads off them, so I think the head looks pretty good. This is actually just steel. I'll probably just cut the heads off them, glue them in place, and then just glue the ends over as well. But I'm gonna have a think about that. I'm in mixed opinions of it. I'm keeping the handles plain, which is in fitting with the rest of the machete. So I'm just going to get a couple of coats of varnish on whilst those are drying. We'll turn our attention to the blade. The G98 is quite a dark bluing, and I'm hoping that that's going to be perfect for the job. So we'll get the first coat on, get it cleaned down, have a look at it and see how many more coats we need to do. The biggest problem is going to be making sure I get good coverage into all the pitting. So this is 2 coats, good clean down in between, and a final very heavy coat of oil. That's just to keep it protected. I've not oiled the handle, simply being is I'm going to be gluing the actual wooden handles to that. So I had a bit of head scratching and came up with the conclusion that the best way to fit the handles would be with some kind of brass threaded fitting. I'll just bring you in a bit closer. So this is what it is. Has a screw head on either side and the 2 bits on the end thread. So it's just going to be a case of gluing and screwing. And the glue I'm going to be using is an old firm favourite, Gorilla Glue. I'm using a clear one because there's so many ripples and indentations in the actual handle itself. I wanted something that was going to fill it up. And of course, if you're going to fill it up, you don't want it to look obvious. You don't want something that's white or black sticking out of it. So clear should do it, hopefully. So I've already started by gluing parts of the thread into the one side of the handle. As you can see, I've even lined the screw slots all the way up. So we'll get this glued in place, see what it looks like. I've given the blade a very light coating in a 50-50 mix of boiled linseed oil and white spirit. The reason I'm doing that is just to give it a bit more protection, mainly because of all the dimples. Next thing is see whether we can do something with the blade. It feels pretty good actually, so I don't think it's going to need much of a sharpening, so we'll give that a quick going over. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's come out. Blade feels pretty good, to be fair, but there's only one way to test it, isn't there? I feel some pruning coming on. A little bit more sharpening and I'll be ready for the jungle. Well, the ivy bush outside at least. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.